Fuck it. Because I have a motard, and I can. I am very excited because right now I'm on my way home, and my girlfriend's doing this 12 days of Christmas thing, and she doesn't have anything up for day number 2, so I thought I would get her 2 long-stemmed roses to help her out with that. Yesterday was Miracle on 34th Street, so I've done my part as a good boyfriend. And I know all of you are like, but that's not enough. I got a goddamn Christmas present for her. Chill out. Quick, warp speed! Actually, that's not too bad. I like the pickup on that. So, funny thing about going from an inline 4 to a single, you hear a lot about the low end torque, the grunt, the ugh. It's really not low end, it's mid range. Like 2-strokes are high end. You basically rev the piss out of a 2-stroke to get it to go anywhere, which is normal. They make horsepower at top RPM. This is more mid-range. It's weird. Like the highest amount of torque and horsepower is around 5,000 RPM. I was looking at a dyno graph of people that have brought their bikes in to get dynoed, and they say what they've done, what they've had done, and there seems to be max torque and max power around about 4,800, 5,200, somewhere around in there is where they all start to drop off. Horsepower goes up a little bit, torque starts to go away like crazy. And then horsepower shortly thereafter starts to dip again. So there's no point in wrapping out a DR to a point where it's banging off the rev limiter. It's pointless. Which reminds me, I need to get you an oil change. But they are what they are. I mean, going from a 4-stroke, or sorry, an inline 4 to a single, I've ridden a V-twin, and it just seems like the power band's a lot more gentle. There's like, it's really like there is no power band. It's just super wide. Like I take this 100% of power and put it over like another 4,000 RPM. So it's very, very gradual. I like V-twins. They produce a heavy amount of torque, but it just seems like they have a little pickup the entire way through, rather than an inline 4 is like nothing, and then it goes kind of thing. And this is very like kind of gutless until that certain point, and that certain point's like 3,200. Like right now, nothing. That's at 4. Okay, let me actually get into third. Okay, third at 30, 3,400, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 4,000. The front end just wants to pick up. Feels like it gets really light around that. If I do it in a higher gear, so I'm at 31, see, too low. But 38, it just seems to want to, that's just its nice happy spot. So when people are asking how do you wheelie and all that kind of stuff, you want to be in that area. Or you want your power when it hits to be in that area. So when you're cruising around and you're doing clutch ups, you want to be at a slower speed, and then you want to rev up to about that area. So about 4,500 RPM should do the trick, which I am still learning on an inline 4. The CBR, I just bounced the forks once and whacked the throttle once, and it would just come up. That's just all it did. You didn't need much. This thing's a little more difficult. A little more finesse is required for this. So yeah, I have no clue where my girlfriend is going to take me. She said it's a surprise, and I've been pestering her all day. No, it's not a drive-in, go-karts, a track. It's outside, so I don't know what else could be required. or what else could it be? I'm just drawing a blank. I don't know. It's supposed to rain a little tonight, but I'm not sure when or where. It's supposed to rain within the next hour. I don't think it will, because everything looks that nice slate gray. It's not dark gray where it's like, oh, I'm gonna rain. It's like, if it does, it'll sprinkle a little, which I'm okay with. And it's gotten a little warmer, so you don't, require a mask or anything crazy. The lady just looked at me like, oh God. Looked over and she's all like, I keep racking my brain, and she's like, well, you've said something about it before. And I'm like, okay, these are all the things I've said, other than a statue garden. And she said it's over closer to Fort Worth. And I'm like, okay. I don't know what could possibly be over there. Not familiar with that area.
What?
How you liking it so far?
Good.
Nice.
I just keep getting this whipped cream.
You do have a whip stash. I'm drinking what looks like an ass. Or a peach. So this is what we did. And they just actually resurfaced it, so now we're gonna go home. Sorry you missed out.